I'm not the type of person to come on social media and, just put my business out there and, you know, just talk and counteract everything that people say and reply to people comments and all that stuff. But this thing been lingering in the media for too long. My silence not helping. I was figure I would just stay quiet, just stay out of this and it would go away. But at the end of the day, even if it go away, people will still have it in the back of their head and say, yo, Asafa is this person and Asafa don't take care of his kids and all that stuff. And who's supposed to come forward and clear up this? They're not going to do it because this is the type of things they like. They thrive off social media, negativity and all of these things. So they're not going to come forward and clear this situation, clear my name, because Asafa going like him too perfect and Asafa going like him this and that. So this is, you understand? So the media have it to say that, firstly, media have it to say that my daughter's mother is my ex. Please stop saying that she's my ex. She's not my ex. She's the mother of my child. She's not my ex. We weren't a couple. We weren't together. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend. So please stop labeling the situation as ex. You understand? I've done things in the past. I was never innocent. I was never an innocent person. I've done things in the past, and I got two beautiful children from my past, and I love them to death. I take care of them fully. They're not suffering, or them not suffer. My daughter was born 2012, and so why would it take 8 years if I wasn't taking care of my daughter? If I was not there for my daughter, if I was not taking care of my daughter, why would it take 8 years for anybody to say anything about it? When I heard, and I'm going to say heard because I heard over the radio that my daughter, that she was pregnant with my child, over the radio. This was like 4 or 5 months down the line. And I'm not joking about this. I heard over the radio and I had to make a call and find out that she was pregnant with my child. When I found out, right then and there, I just went in support mode. So first thing I did, I told her to find an apartment, right? And she found an apartment. I was going to Europe. I gave her money to pay for apartment, pay for everything, doctor fee. I asked my friend to drive her around with my car, drive her anywhere she want to go, doctor, anywhere she want to go, because I was excited. This was my first child. I was excited, super excited. Right? When my daughter was born, right, I bought her a car to drive my daughter around. That car mash up, I got another car. I asked my friend to teach her to drive. Right? I asked him to teach her to drive, so then we drive, go wherever, and learn to drive. Bought her a car, pay all bills every month. Every month, I pay rent, pay light, water, I pay car insurance, buy gas put in a car, right? Everything. She want to go back to college, I pay for her to go back to college, right? I pay all bills. Whatever she need, I give it to her. My daughter, and during this time, my daughter was always at my house. Always at my house. She would drop off my daughter here, she would go to school, do whatever she doing, and then pick up, and so my daughter was always here. My daughter ready to go to school, I pay my daughter school fee. I buy my daughter school clothes them. All my daughter other clothes them and me buy all them clothes. Me shop for my daughter. Right? She want to go school, me buy her school clothes, me buy her school bag, me buy everything, me pay for her to go school. So this been going on for years, and during this time there was just a lot of verbal abuse, like random messages to my phone, you know, calling me all sorts of names. I ignore it. You understand? For years now, court was supposed to come in play for years now, but my mom keep telling me, don't go to court. It doesn't look good. Don't go to court. So I said, all right, fine. I'll leave this court thing. I continue to support my daughter and my daughter's mother for years. Continued during all this time. Like I said, we were never together. She was not my girlfriend. I was just doing this out of the love for my daughter and the appreciation I had for her for having my daughter. 2017 now, everything changed. The verbal abuse just got a bit too much. It then turned into too much threat. Threatening for me not to see my daughter again. That I act like a father and I'm not a father. Threatening to change my daughter's last name. And telling me that I've never done anything for my child. Never ever done nothing for my child. So I'm like, what? I've never done anything for my child? That don't make sense. No, this makes sense. Where is this coming from? Anyway, guys, so I cut back. I cut back when she made that statement that I was never taking care of my child. I was never there for not doing anything for my child. I cut back on everything. I'm not going to go into details. I was cut back on everything. So we came to an agreement. You know, she came up with the figure, with the amount of money that she wanted per month. She said she wanted $25,000 a month. So I gave her $25,000 a month. Half a school fee, boom, fine. So this been going on for a while. And my daughter was practically living at my house during all this time. My daughter was living at pretty much living at my house. My daughter was at my parents' house pretty much all the time, right? And during this time, I still buying clothes. My wife always buy clothes for my daughter. Daughter was never in need of no clothes. She never had the need to buy no clothes for my daughter. My daughter always have clothes. Me always have buy clothes, buy way too much clothes, buy clothes way big so she can grow in them. Everything. So my daughter was never in need of nothing. And I didn't come on here to look like no fool. But if I have to look like a fool to put my point across, then I will do it. You understand? This has been going on for years. It reached to a point where I cannot communicate with her. I could not communicate with her. So she started communicating through my wife. So she would text my wife, hey, I'm going to drop off my daughter now. Fine. Whatever she needs, she would text my wife, because I could not have a conversation with her because it was too much disrespect that I couldn't deal with. It would be between my wife and my mom. She would text my mom or that she's going to drop off my daughter, or text my wife. If she don't get my wife, she texts my mom. So that's where the communication was. I was never communicating with her. And like I said, my daughter practically lived at my house Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. I have my daughter, I take her to go school, I pick her up from school, and then Friday her mom would pick her up from school and then drop her off back Sunday. So how all of this court thing came about, I'm gonna try and cut this right now. Just cut it right here, because I can't bother with talking about this thing. And it kinda hurt me because even my friends questioning the situation, and they have been around and they know the situation and know everything. Where all of this start now, last year in the COVID time, I gave her the child support. The day I gave her the child support, she took my daughter to my parents. Right? My daughter was at my parents for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Then she went for my daughter, take her back after 2 or 3 days. Took her back to my parents after 2 or 3 days. Right? So, after she took her back to my parents, my daughter was there for practically 2 months. When she went back for my daughter, the next morning she took my daughter to my house because online schooling started. So my daughter was at my house doing school Monday to Friday. Every week. Monday to Friday. Then she asked me for child support. So I said, why do you need child support? My daughter was at my parents all the time. My daughter was at my house and my parents' house. Why do you need child support? You understand? My daughter was at my parents at the house that I provided for my parents and money that I provided for my parents. You understand? My parents was taking care of my daughter. Why do you need the child support? And that's when everything started. I'm going to take it to court. I'm going this and that and where. Right? So when people say I don't take care of my daughter and I see all of this thing going on in media, it kind of cut me deep. And I'm just always a quiet person. Asafa now go talk. So I me just say anything about him or me do whatever. Him not go say nothing. Him not go talk. Him not go do anything. But if you guys believe I'm a deadbeat dad, then continue to believe that. Whoever, all the loyal people who know facts and know the truth, you know, that's up to you. But I just wanted to shed some light on this situation because that's been going on for too long, and I just can't bother with it. And people say the same thing about my son as well. You understand? My son lives with my parents. You understand? I take care of that entire household. You understand? I bought that house. I pay for. I do everything. So when people, my son has been living with my parents from he was 1 year old. Was one. From him at 1. From before him can talk, from before him can walk. He has been living with my parents. And my parents was the one who offered to take care of him because my son was going to live with me. And my mom said, no, you cannot manage him because you're going to be training, you're going to be traveling all over the place. So let us take care of him for you. Just let us take care of him for you. So that's how my son lives with my parents. So people hate you for many reasons. People just dislike you for many reasons. Hate is a strong word, so let me say dislike. People dislike you for many reasons. Maybe it's the way you talk. Maybe it's your success. Maybe how you look. Maybe nose too big. You know, for many reasons. People just dislike you for many reasons. You understand? For me, I don't know what it is. You know, but people people dislike you because you're going too perfect. You know. I never tell anybody that I was perfect. You understand? People just assume I'm perfect. You understand? And I don't want to be perfect. You know. Let me just stop it right here and, you know, hope this open up a lot of people's eyes.